Getting sick as a guy has gotta be one of the most painful and humbling experiences.
I used to wake up in my room in the morning.
Like, I could break a bone, sprain my ankle, get third-degree burns, and get my meat chopped off all at the same time, and the pain from all of that wouldn't even come close to the pain of catching a common cold. Like, we all know that feeling, right when you wake up, and the moment you try to swallow some shit, pause, or the moment you open your mouth to speak. If you feel a certain itchy sensation in your throat, you already know, bruh, you're fucking cooked. From that point onward, you're gonna be in bed, head pounding, sweaty, snot flowing out of both nostrils, hot as shit, just suffering for the rest of the day, or in worst cases, like 2 days or more. Like me personally, I rarely get sick. I probably get sick maybe 2 or 3 times a year, and I can remember years where I didn't even get sick once. Like, I'm pretty sure I had perfect attendance in sophomore and junior year of high school. Haha, you sweet as hell, bro. Making sure you go to all of your classes like a good boy, huh? Chill out on me, bro. At least I don't be cracking freshmen in the handicap bathroom. But yeah, bro, I rarely get sick. But when I do get sick, I get like sick. Like, I'ma be fighting for my life on 1 HP, half a heart type of sick. And I'm sure it goes the same for most guys. Like, we rarely get close to becoming sick, but when we do become sick, it comes hard, bro. Pause. You doing that sus shit again, bro. Talking about coming hard. Bro, at least my shit doesn't get hard when I look at the freshmen like you do. Getting sick is the kryptonite for every guy. No matter how strong, tall, or how big your meat is, if you get sick, you best believe you're gonna be temporarily paralyzed for at least a day. We all have that moment where we're in bed, suffering, and just thinking about how we took the times for when we were healthy for granted. I'd be having these thoughts, especially if I got a runny nose or a blocked nose. Like, I could experience that thing where one nostril is blocked and the other one is open, but there is still a hella snot coming out of the open nostril. Like, come on, bro, what did I do to deserve this shit? Just 12 hours before all of this, I was chilling, playing basketball, gooning, and breathing perfectly fine. And from there, you just think about all of the moments where you didn't have a blocked nose, and you're just like, damn, I really took breathing and being healthy for granted. One annoying thing about getting sick as a guy, besides the feeling of being sick, has gotta be how females underestimate the pain that we experience. Like, one time a couple years ago, I was coming home from school, and I was feeling horrible, bro. And pretty much, I ended up getting sick for a couple of days. And on the second day I was sick, I was going through it, bro. Like, I had a really painful headache to the point where I started moaning out loud, bro. Pause. And while I was moaning, my mom told me that I was overreacting and I needed to fight harder against the sickness. Like, I'm trying, mom. You don't understand the feeling that guys get when they get sick. But yeah, bro, if I had to find an equivalent situation for females that matches the pain of getting sick as a guy, it has gotta be childbirth, bro. Because I think that's one of the most painful experiences that a woman goes through. And a woman is the same as a girl, which is the same as a female, which is one of the 2 genders on this planet, bro. Come fuck with me. But for real though, I could be fighting my hardest against the sickness and it just wouldn't be enough. Like, I'll just humbly take the L. When it comes to physical pain, like spraining your ankle or having a nasty fall, I can play it off pretty well. There was this one time when I was like 8 years old. I was running around in the hallways at school. I think we were playing manhunt or some type of tag game. But yeah, bro, I was running around a lot. And I remember this moment so vividly. Me and my other friend, and for the sake of this video, I'm gonna make his name T. So me and T were running down this hallway that kind of looked like this. And as I approached the point where the 2 hallways met, I tripped and I smashed my face on the corner of the wall where the 2 hallways met. Looking back, that was unlucky as hell. Like, that's bad RNG. After I smashed my face on the wall, the person that was chasing me and T asked me if I was alright, and I was like, yeah, I'm okay. But in reality, I was not fucking okay, bro. Like, my head was pounding and I was tearing the fuck up as I was telling him that I was okay. And I remember not crying at first, but when I rubbed my hand on my forehead, I saw straight blood come out, bro. And from there, I just started bawling my eyes out. And all I can remember after this is that I got sent home early from school and they let me stay at home for a couple of days, and I ended up needing to take some medicine for it. Yo, now that I look back on it, I did not play off that injury well, bro. But still, I would rather have that happen to me twice than catch the common cold or a flu. The only physically painful experience I have that is probably worse than the pain of having a flu or a cold has gotta be the time I got circumcised, bro. I don't know how it's done in other countries, but in the country I did it in, they inject your meat a couple of times with some anesthesia, and from what I heard, they injected like 2 or 3 times. But when I got my circumcision done, they injected my meat 8 times, bro. Like, I don't know if the anesthesia was weak or if my meat was too big. Okay, that's probably cap, because I was like 11 when all of this happened. I had a little shrimpy shrimp dick. After the 3rd injection, I started crying, bro. Like, I was screaming and I was praying to God out loud. And I remember my parents tried to talk to me normally to get my mind off the pain, but it just wasn't working at all, bro. There was also a second wave of pain after the circumcision for when the anesthesia started to wear off. And at that point, I was in the car going back home. And once again, I was screaming and bawling my eyes out, bro. If you thought I was finished, then you would be wrong, because there's also a third and final wave of pain. This happened like 4 days after I got circumcised, and it was when I had to take the bandages off of my meat. Like, I remember pouring water on it to make sure that the bandages lost its stickiness and it wouldn't hurt as much, but that shit hurt like a bitch, bro. But yeah, bro, after reliving that experience, that was 100% worse than the pain of having a flu, bro. Like, just anything traumatic that happens to your meat, or maybe even like a bone, like a broken bone, that is definitely up there in terms of the physical pain that you can experience. And remember, guys, wash your hands. Don't put your hands in your mouth, you freaky. Ooh, you freaky fuck. Sanitize yourself and always do your best to not get sick, bro, for the sake of others, so you don't spread it, and most importantly, for yourself. I'll catch you guys in the next video.
Sun came up but I'm still high. Take one sip of that coffee, get birds eye. Take track clipping my whip but I'm still fly.